And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of the PiGosaur Cup number 58. We are here, we are live, we are jumping into our fresh best of 3 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock. We do have the South Korean Terran player, we have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the Blue Terran player, we have the Blue Terran, we have the South Korean Terran. It is Percival. We go. So jumping into our TvT, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats. Coming into this, ByuN is going to be coming in as the heavy favorite, but Percival, he has been improving his TvT. He plays so much TvT here in Korea. Again, we've seen so much of Percival versus ByuN, Percival versus Cure, Percival versus Bunny, Percival versus Ryung versus Gumiho. Again, right now, at least in current era of StarCraft, Korea is the place of Terran, and as a result, you have to get good at TvT to be good in the Korean scene. And Percival, he has been, again, forged through the flames. He has been improving his TvT specifically this year. I would still say it has a ways to go, but for the most part, like, he has been getting better. And we have seen Percival take series off of ByuN before. It's still few and far between, but he has done so in the past. We'll see if he can do so again. For now, 2x Reaper. 2x Reaper. Now, 2x Reaper, there's a little bit of rock, paper, scissors when it comes to TvT. This is meant to hard counter proxy 2x. So if ByuN was going for a proxy, then Percival would shut him down. We can see that ByuN's opening up double gas into a faster factory. When it comes to the openers, I will give the edge to ByuN. We'll give him the edge. It's going to be difficult for these Reapers to really find much damage. So again, Percival, he was hoping for something a little bit more aggressive, rolled the dice, didn't quite land on it, and ByuN is playing very safe. So a very safe play here by ByuN. Reapers are moving out, checking for proxies. Does back in, does check. ByuN doing the same. Checking at the third base locations. Sitting up on the low ground. Likewise, Percival is moving out. And he's going for a factory behind this. A very delayed natural base for Percival. Heavily delayed CC. And we'll see if we can, again, you can see the difference here. Now that the Hellion has arrived, ByuN is perfectly safe, perfectly sound. That's why we did mention how ByuN going for the faster factory is a way to just shut this down, and he will. The extra shots are going to be going off. The Reaper's getting low. Can he get out of here? He will. Nice control here by Percival. He doesn't lose a single Reaper. He pulls away in time, and you can see he's trying to bait ByuN into a concave. ByuN pulls away. And then pulls back. He pulls away. Races back home. The game will continue, and ByuN, he will have a massive lead when it comes to the CC. You can see it's almost done. Percival's is almost halfway done. So better economic start for the Red Terran. And we have our players calming down from here. Percival, he still has a large army supply, that is true. There's still a lot of pressure on Percival to find some damage, as this army does not scale well into a longer game. So he's got to go for the dive. Oh, now there's a Cyclone. Oh no, the lock-on. Okay, lock-on is broken. Okay, let's go. Breaks the lock-on, takes on the first Reaper. Percival, he has potential with this army. But as time goes on, it's just getting worse and worse. Now we're building up into Raven production. Ravens are on the way. First tank for ByuN. We do still see a second Cyclone for Percival. So he's still one step behind. But again, at least he still has the army alive. So you can always go in with a backstab. Pick off a couple of stray units. We'll see. Ooh, okay, bold move. We see an add-on swap, which means no tank production, so no tanks whatsoever for Percival, going for a faster third CC instead. Very greedy follow-up here by Percival, and it makes sense. Remember, Percival, he's behind, right? He's behind after the early game, so he's going to do something drastic here to recover. Getting a faster third base, but runs into tank fire. Oh my god. And tank shots are going up. Better trade for ByuN. See, Raven gets into the main base. Big 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3 ACVs. 3 ACVs go down. Stim is now on the way for Percival. Again, just a big delay here on, I say delay on tank production, just zero tanks whatsoever. Ooh, Percival, he will get a Cyclone though. Gets one. Gets two. Okay. Slightly better trade there for Percival. Gets both Cyclones. Get a head-on fight, so we do have to give the edge to ByuN. As ByuN has tanks and Percival does not. Ooh, late reaction. Percival gets the hell out of here. Now, what does Percival have? Stim, right? He's going to have more Marines, he'll have Stim. He'll be able to try to get on top of the pre-siege or the unsieged tanks. That'll be the idea, that'll be the hope. To Stim forward to get on top of the tanks. Picks off 2 more Marines. Ta-da! Gets surrounded. And here comes ByuN. Okay, so ByuN, he's got 3 tanks now. Thankfully, I will say that Percival does have 3 Ravens and he has disables. He has an interference matrix. So despite the tank count, the Ravens are here to shut them down. Tanks will siege, but here come the disables. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. And ByuN has to pull away. He has to pull out of here. He will lose both tanks. Nice clean up here by Percival. Does punish ByuN. And Percival is catching up. And what's important here, remember, this all came down to the fast third TC. It's already done, it's already floating on location. So Percival, he's had a worse start to the game, but now he potentially will be able to recover coming into the mid game. As ByuN is going to be stuck on 2 bases that much longer. I say stuck on 2 bases, ByuN gets 2 more Raxes. ByuN still does not have a third TC. So as the game progresses, as the game goes on, Percival, he will catch up in the economy and then overtake an army supply, but he needs more time to actually allow for that to happen. Until then, ByuN has had the better economy this entire time, and is going to try to build up that larger army. I mean, he just lost 2 tanks, true. Liberators are being annoying. Raven harassing to the main base. Okay, nice damage as SCVs are getting picked up. Oh my god. Getting 9 SCV kills. Yeah, 9, 10, 11 SCVs going down. And Percival moves out with the main army. But he should not be able to break ByuN. ByuN has plenty of tanks. Ravens are moving in. Percival, he's all in at this point. He's lost 16 SCVs. He's still losing more. Not like this. Now, the downside is that Ravens are being used to harass, which means there are no defensive Ravens here for ByuN. No defensive Ravens. Getting 20 SCVs. Again, purely Liberator and Raven harass is killing Percival. It's killing him. Now Percival, he can dive in and try to disable every single tank, but there are Marines, there's Vikings, there's bunkers, there's still more here to defend. More than just the tanks. And we spoke about it, due to the better economy that ByuN has had, he's building up that larger army. And Percival, he has failed to recover, as he's still losing even more. Oh god. Losing a Viking. Oh, a bit of a move command. Yeah, rough move command out of ByuN. Throws away a chunk of Marines. Finally, something going Percival's way. as ByuN does move in. He's got, what, 4 tanks behind this. We do have the Master Sable, but despite that, ByuN will still take the fight. He can lay the Vikings. Choose not to, going for the Medivacs instead. He retains the tank count. He saves the tanks. ByuN takes the fight. Lands his 3rd base, going for the Mass Mule. So the Mule Hammer fully saturates, and Percival, he is in danger here. He's in trouble. One of the advantages that Percival had coming into the mid game was the Raven count. It just saw the Ravens. Or the Raven count was reset here for Percival. Likewise, he's heavily behind when it comes to tanks, and without Ravens, there's no offset for that. It's just been a really rough opener here for Percival. He's been behind almost the entire game. Now he's diving in. He will get 1 tank. Gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. Okay. Oh, barely breaks through 4. Percival is holding on. Behind this. Oh, he'll be denied the upgrades. +2 is denied. Not like this. Nice spread here by ByuN. Stims in. Breaks through the siege line. And he just keep going. There's nothing here. There's nothing here to defend. GG gets called, and ByuN takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN does take lead in the series. Again, Percival just had a really rough start. Winding it back, remember, he went 2x Reaper. He went 2x Reaper into a factory before CC. He was heavily reliant on his Reaper heavily in finding damage, and he failed to do so. Went for the Cyclone follow-up, likewise failed to get damage done there as well, and he was just down in workers, down in economy. If you remember, his way of recovering in that game was to go for a faster 3rd command center. That was the plan. That was the go-to. And it allowed him to try to recover, and then he lost 20 plus SCVs, right? The Liberator and the Raven Harass proved to be too much. And did lose everything. GG was called with that. ByuN snowball out of control, and now we're getting to game number 2. What it be? I mean, as I tried to emphasize, like, a lot of it came down to just the momentum you get from the early game. Like, TvT, a lot of these matchups, in general, StarCraft, can be very momentum-based. There are ways to recover, there are ways to bounce back. If Percival, for example, hadn't lost 20 SCVs to the Liberator and Raven Harass, then maybe he recovers in that game, but yeah, it was brutal. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Winter Madness, going for the proxy. Let's go. Let's go. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran leading the series 1-0. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Blue Terran. It is Percival. Now remember, what were the openers last game? Last game, Percival, he went 2-rack Reaper from home, and that was meant to hard counter proxy 2-racks. But ByuN went for double gas, faster factory instead. He went racks, factory, double gas opener instead of the proxy. Here he actually is going proxy Reaper, and Percival, it's on him to gamble a little bit, and he's opening up safe. Okay. Double gas opener. So basically what is happening here is that Percival, he's going for a racks into a factory, into a delayed command center, into a faster Hellion as a result. That Hellion is going to be crucial when it comes to the defense, so he has to make sure that factory finishes. The factory needs to finish, needs to get that Hellion up and running. Because this proxy is in the natural, it's going to hit even faster than normal by a couple of seconds, and every second counts. If ByuN can bust into the main base and delay the factory, that's game. Like, that's actually just game then and there if you can delay the factory. If the factory finishes, then we just have to buy time for the Hellions and defend. To do so, you have to pull the boys. Percival is going to have to pull the boys here to protect his Reaper and to protect his factory as well, to zone away, and it's going to be on Percival to micro his units and just preserve his SCVs to make sure it doesn't lose too many. There's that factory. So factory's on the way. Reapers are amassing. Again, ByuN, he will have the Reaper advantage, but Percival, he will potentially have the high ground, so he gets to shoot first, and he can also pull the boys to help buffer. First things first, though, it's on Percival to scout. Now remember, SCV scouts are rare in TvT, so it's normal that there's no SCV, right? It's normal that there's no SCV scouts. Percival, he's checking the left-hand side for a proxy, checks the left, and he will yet to confirm. Oh my god, he doesn't see. Yeah, he does not see. Reapers, they reveal themselves, they will delay the CC, and now it's time to go for the main. Factory's almost done. Yeah, factory's almost complete, and it looks like it will finish. Yeah, factory does finish up. Boys are being pulled, Hellions on the way, and now it's all about minimizing losses. That's still going to be 3 dead SCVs. Can he get 4? Oh, really not. But 3 SCVs go down. The forces are cancel on the CC. Brutal damage. Oh, God. And Percival, he should not die. He should survive with a Hellion, but he's still taking a lot of losses. Oh, so he will lose another worker. 4 SCV kills. Trades with the Reapers. Hellion will defend. As you mentioned, once a Hellion pops out, then that's going to be a hold. But that was still 4 SCVs, 1 Reaper, and a cancellation on the command center. So just still a really rough start here from Percival. Doesn't die, but still takes a lot of damage. And he will lose another Reaper. Or will he? Oh, he will not. Okay, nice control of the Percival. He pulls away. Pulls away in time. Does preserve that Reaper. And from here, the game will continue. Now, a couple of things here. When it comes to the CC timings, it is still slightly in favor of Percival, who does have a faster command center, but ByuN has had better mining. He's had more efficient mining, he hasn't had to pull the boys, and he has had a higher worker count. As he pokes him with another Reaper. He's still making more Reapers, by the way. Jesus. Okay. Reaper production does continue. Meanwhile, Reapers, they bust into the main. Cyclones in production. ByuN, he's going to be cleaned up across the map. He will get a couple of SCVs. And then he has to buy time for his own Cyclone. Until then, he's taking his own losses. So we have it back and forth. Oof. Getting into 4, getting to 5 SCVs. This is getting out of hand. Yeah, this is getting very out of hand here. ByuN, he doesn't micro back. Doesn't pull away the weakened SCVs. And he's getting careless. Yeah, he's getting careless here. ByuN losing too much. And GG. Yeah, GG gets called. ByuN, he lost far too much back at home. That was game-winning damage. 9 SCVs. That should not have happened. And Percival ties up the series 1-1. GG. Again, ByuN just being a little bit too careless there and having miscontrol. Again, he was just moving his SCVs instead of pulling them back to preserve them. It also didn't help that he did decide to go straight for the Cyclone instead of Hellion, right? He could have gone for a Hellion first, but he was greedy, went for the Tech Lab, went for the Cyclone instead. So ByuN was very, very greedy. Very greedy in the follow-up. And likewise was being careless in his defense as well. And now we're getting into game number 3, the ace match. Let's go. And also a big shout out to Krista. Thank you so much, Krista, for the raid. Happy God. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great stream. Had a great ladder session. And welcome to our quarterfinals. Welcome to the quarterfinals here. PiGosaur Cup. We have a TvT between ByuN and Percival, and we're going all the way to the ace match. Let's go. Let us go.